Okay, so I have another lower body exercise, little mini series that is really going to hit your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings. But with a bonus, it's going to hit your core and your upper body as well. So it turns out to be a total body exercise. So we're going to take the classic donkey kick and fire hydrant. What we're going to do is make it floating. So I'm going to give you a quick view of what this is going to look like, and then we'll go for it. So now, if you have wrist issues, before I move on to the actual exercise, if this position of the hands is uncomfortable for you, you have a couple of options. You can go onto the fists like that of the hands. You could also hold dumbbells like that to keep your wrists straight. Okay? Now for this exercise, ideally you will want to be on your hands, but you could be on your forearms, okay? If that's the only option available to you because your wrists are bothered by the compression, okay? So we're gonna move on to the exercise. Now, a classic donkey kick fire hydrant combination would look like this. You're on your hands and knees, navel to spine connection, you press that leg behind, pull it in, and then lift it to the side, and then down. That's a classic donkey kick fire hydrant. Hits those glutes, hits the lower back, and of course the core. But what I'm going to do is add a little float to it. And what that means is tucking those toes and then just picking the knees up off the floor. Barely picking them up. Notice, it's only a couple of inches. I don't want you all the way up here like almost a down dog pose. We want to be just floating above the floor. What that's going to do is activate those quads and also activate your shoulders, chest, and arms. So we're going to do donkey kick, fire hydrant, floating. All right, let's go for 5 sets on the first side. Here we go, float those knees, pick up that foot, press it back, in, and then float side. 2, float side. 3, float side. 4, side, and one more. 5, side, other leg. I gotta flip because I don't have space. Here we go. 5, lift side. 4, lift side. 3, lift side. 2, lift side. One more, lift side, and good. Right away, you feel those quads taking over. They're going to do a lot of the stabilization and a lot of the work. So, what we can add to that to make it more glute-oriented would be a pulse. So, starting in the flow, I'll just stay on my second side, float the leg, pick up that foot, and now you're going to pulse this leg up. Do that as many times as you need to make that butt burn. Then you can bring it down, lift it to the side, and then float that there and pulse it up. And you can see my obliques are hard at work. This is hitting my adductors, my abductors, and my hips, glutes, and back and core, the entire thing. Do that on both sides. My recommendation, as always, 10 to 15 reps. I only showed 5. It's hard, it's exhausting, your muscles are going to fatigue, probably fail, which is good, that's what you want. 10 to 15 reps. 3 sets over the time that you're going to be doing this in the workout, whether it's part of your HIIT, whether it's part of your leg day, or core, because it's hitting all that stuff. Most important thing to remember is you don't want that knee to come too far off the ground. Otherwise, it shifts where the work is happening. We want to keep that knee just a couple of inches up off the ground and work slowly and with control so that you don't get all thrown out of whack. Okay? So that's going to work those legs, glutes, and that core. Thanks.